First. Attention, everybody. Attention. The views expressed on this show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinated ministries and or nonprofits. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Tony Hammock with the new gold standard. Tony, take it away.
Well, thanks, Matt. That was a entertaining intro. And welcome, everybody, from the Acts Media viewing audience. If you're here in Southwest Missouri with us, you know it's a balmy 24 degrees outside. The fog is lifting, and the sun is out. So it's going to be a glorious day. In fact, I was just telling the guys here in the studio that Springfield Public Schools is back in, which is a good thing because we've had 2 snow days in a row, and those always add up to some interesting activities and stuff like that. But, you know, I got to tell you, today's show, I think, might be a life changer for some of you that are tuning in. And I want to explain why. I've got a gentleman standing by. I met this guy back on November 21st. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring him on here in just a second. And then have a nice little conversation, interview. He's over in Las Vegas. And then once we're through with that conversation, we'll cut him loose, and then I'll do some of the housekeeping, I like to call it, with the stewardship course and the other updates on the different gold and silver prices and things like that. And then we'll wrap up towards the top of the hour and stuff like that. But this gentleman, on the morning of November 21st, I woke up early, and I've got a couple of different publications I like to look at and stuff. And there was a press release. And the press release was about this gentleman. His name is Adam Broker. Adam, are you still there?
Oh, I am here, sir.
Okay. Well, Adam had just lost 60 pounds in the last, what was it, 120 days?
Yeah, about 120 days, yeah.
And, you know, I read his story, and I'm going to let him give his own testimonial here in a moment, but, you know, I was just so moved by the content of his story and the results that I went in and bought some of the product that he was using to create this weight loss. And I know this is the new gold standard, and we talk about investments and alternative assets and stuff like that, but, you know, if you don't have your health, the wealth just really doesn't matter. I mean, in the long run, because the health is what it's all about. You know, last week when we had Shelley on the show, we were talking about so many people compromise their health in the first half of their life to acquire their wealth, and then the last half of their life, they're spending all their money trying to regain their health. And here's a gentleman that has something that I think might be of interest to a lot of us, especially in the next couple of weeks as we turn the corner into a new year. But Adam, without any further ado, Adam Broker is on the line. I want to let Adam come on and kind of introduce himself and stuff, and then we'll get into some Q&A, and I think we're going to have some fun. How's that sound, Adam?
Oh, I'm all about that. That is absolutely fantastic, sir.
So how did you hear about Chiari? Chiari is the name of the product. It's Q-U-I-A-R-I. And how did you hear about Chiari?
Well, it's kind of an interesting story. I've been working with some really amazing people for the past 10 years, and my health was always an issue, and I've always been a heavier set guy. I've always had, you know, challenges, you know, going through life. And as a lot of us know, you know, this day and age, you know, it's very important for us to maintain good health. Well, I got a call from some of my business associates and my mentors of many, many years. And they told me, guess what, Adam, there is a new product coming out, and we want you to try this. And I said, oh, okay, come on. This can't be. And I beat them up over it a little bit. Because I said, you know, I've tried everything under the sun, and nothing has really worked. And for whatever reason. Well, come to find out that this was something very cool. And there's an amazing story behind the product that started with a grant from the World Health Organization to a Dr. Juan Henke out of Europe, who was sent by the World Health Organization to study the maqui berry in Chile. And after doing a very intensive study, he came back to the gentleman that I work with named Bob Reyna, who's the CEO of Chiari, and they got together and they said, we need to help people. So Bob called me and asked me if I would be willing to try this product. I said, you know what? Yes, why not? So he sent me a good supply of this product to start trying. He sent me some of this is an amazing vanilla shakes, vanilla and chocolate. Oh my gosh. It reminds me of my childhood. And when I was a kid, my grandmother would get mad when my grandfather would make me chocolate shake with Hershey's and all that stuff. She'd get openly mad at him for that, and she'd look at us and give us the evil eye. We knew we were in trouble. Well, when I first blended up this chocolate shake, I smelled it. I'm like, oh wow, the smell of chocolate went through my nose, and I went, oh, this is going to be interesting. And then I tasted it. And then I tasted some more. And I tasted some more. Next thing I knew, the whole cup was gone. And I said, wait a minute, I don't ever do this. But it was so good. It tasted so good. I thought there had to be a whole bunch of calories in here and a whole bunch of sugar. And so I called up my friends. I said, listen, this has got to be packed with a lot of sugar. Nope. There's no added sugars. Are you kidding me? There's only 120 calories? Are you kidding me even further? Well, so the base ingredient here was an ingredient called Maqui X, which was made by Dr. Henke. It's an extract of the maqui berry that has incredible potency. It's incredibly potent. And a couple of things about maqui that I've researched is that it has an incredibly high ORAC value, to help fight free radicals, and it has incredible antioxidant properties, but also anti-inflammatory, which is awesome because, as in the human body, inflammation is the root cause of a lot of issues.
Well, and let me jump in here real quick, just because over the last years with different broadcasts, some of the listeners that tune in on a regular basis will recognize one thing here. Anytime I come across something new that, especially if it's health related and it's got ingredients, I always go to PubMed. You all have heard me talk about PubMed before. And so when I first met Adam and started doing my due diligence in vetting Chiari, and more specifically the maqui berry, and that's spelled Maqui, I think, right, Adam?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I went to PubMed, and I found 73 studies that had been done on the maqui berry. And, that was just a phenomenal number to me. But since then, because, that was, November 21st, I have now gone through just about 90% of them, and they're all positive. A lot of these are double-blind studies, and they're all about all kinds of different things, from the benefits to your eyes, to the weight loss, to the ability to focus more. I don't know if we have enough time in the hour to kind of go through some of the benefits and stuff, but I just wanted to clear that up for everybody, Adam, that, when you talk about research, I would encourage anybody who's listening that might be interested, go to PubMed, plug in Maqui, M-A-Q-U-I, and take a look at some of these articles, because I was blown away. Just to make it really simple and stuff like that. Anyway, let me turn it back over to you, and I know you've got a great testimony, so I'm dying for the rest of the audience to hear this.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for interjecting there, Tony. It gave me a chance to actually take a couple sips of my morning breakfast shake.
Well, you know what?
I don't ever really if there's a day that I don't have the shake, I know it.
Well, and
Something inside me gets really mad at me.
yeah. Well, and let's do this. I mean, we keep talking about the product and the name Chiari. I mean, it's kind of a two-step process. There's a shake. You take one shake in the morning, and I will agree. I mean, November 21st, I ordered my first order of shakes, and there's an energy pill. And so you drink the shake in the morning, and then after you've had your shake, you take the energy pill. And the energy pill has this Maki X ingredient in it also. And I have to tell you, the energy that I've been getting off this for the last however many days that is, since my order got there on November 23rd, has been fantastic. Because it's not the jittery, crazy type of energy, and then, you have the crash. It's more of a really focused, good source of energy. Anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So back to you, Adam. Enjoy your shake, but we need to hear the neat
no,
story.
we're good. I'm going to the meat and potatoes right now.
Okay.
Because guess what? This is going to help you get rid of those meat and potatoes. Now, so I started this using the shake every day, and I started feeling really good. I started seeing little changes in me here and there. Over the first 2 weeks, I noticed that my cravings for sugar, which was usually very intense, started to go away. I noticed I was eating less because I felt full throughout the day. And I also noticed, this was the craziest part, is that my cravings for sushi went away. See, sushi has always been my vice, because I don't drink alcohol, I don't do drugs or anything like that, don't smoke. But I would always crave sushi. Well, that craving went away. Now, that's probably one of the hardest things that happen here. But I'm absolutely dumbfounded by that. And then I started noticing the pounds started to come off. Every day I would go and jump on the scale and notice, wow, it's starting to come off. Well, I started the product on July 12th. And I did it for 90 days. I drank a shake and I took one of our tablets. By October 12th, I had lost a total of 63 pounds.
Woohoo!
Just by being consistent and following what we call our 90-day Kickstart Challenge, which is simply drinking one serving of a shake a day and taking one energy pill a day.
Oh, congratulations.
How about your day?
Yeah.
So I said, okay, this is absolutely incredible. So then I started another 90-day challenge, and I started that one on October 15th. So now keep in mind, when I had started this process, I was at 385 pounds.
385, folks.
I was at 385.
Big boy.
Yeah. Yeah, they called me the corn-fed monster from Laguna Beach, California, right? Well, so I started my second 90 days. My goal was to get down to about 260 pounds. So my goal is to lose 165 pounds in total. Now, I have lost by being consistent. I've lost an additional 18 pounds now.
Wow.
During the second 90-day phase.
So 78 total?
I'm at about 81 now. 81 pounds gone.
Wow, Adam, that's great. Because, I mean, you got to be feeling better, I would think.
It's when you lose weight, I think you do feel better. And it's kind of interesting. I track my blood pressure. And I went in to see a doctor yesterday, and they took my blood pressure. And I looked at the numbers, and I said, wait a minute, that's not me. I'm usually a lot higher than that. And that was the lowest number I've seen in years. So, and I think that has to do with me just losing weight, and having 81 pounds off my body. But this product has really helped and supported my goals of losing this weight. And I've tried other products from other companies. I've tried there's all that stuff under the sun. There's acai out there. There's, you know, goji out there, all this other stuff, you know. But this, what's happened here with this Maki X and then the shakes here from Chiari, is absolutely incredible. So, you know, my wife drinks the shake every day. My 12-year-old daughter drinks the shakes every day. And one thing I noticed from her was that she's actually doing better in school.
Really?
Yeah. So we're having an amazing time sharing this product, sharing the story of Chiari, but also more importantly, you know, this has become a family goal of us all getting healthy here. And when your child drinks it and says, "I want this every day for breakfast," I think you know you got something good on your hands.
Yeah.
Especially
Well,
when, yeah, because you know a lot of things, you know, it's, you know, kids don't like certain things, right? But if it's sweet enough for kids like this, and they look at it as a milkshake, hey, guess what? Adults, it becomes a craving for you, and your body wants good things in it.
well, and let me take a moment here real quick. I've mentioned PubMed. You can go to PubMed and do some research. You can plug in Google Scholars. And if you're not aware of that, that takes you to a whole different level of Google, and it's more true research. And so there's two ways that you can do some research and vet this product and stuff. But here's the other thing. If you've heard enough already in the last few minutes and want to explore the company and the product, you can go to midwest.chiari, Q-U-I-A-R-I.com. And that's a website that has all their information. It has information about the 90-day challenge. It has information about the Maki Berry. It even has information about Dr. How do you pronounce his name? Dr.
Dr. Juan Henke.
Dr. Juan Henke. And I got to tell you, there's a really neat story here. I mean, this berry comes from Patagonia, down in Chile. And you know, the natives that harvest the berries and stuff. I mean, you know, they're an interesting. There's a history there that's just very, very compelling and stuff. So, I mean, I just have been really, I guess, intrigued by this part of my life here all of a sudden, because I mean, it seems like every day I'm learning a little bit more about Chile and the Maki Berry. Now,